Yo fam, welcome back. Make sure to smash those likes. Let's try to get 420 today. It's been a while. We deserve it. So hit the like, subscribe, jump to the Discord, do all those good things. Share this stream with your friends. Let's try to get this hype going. I got a lot to talk about today. Got a bunch of cool stuff pulled up for you. I'm going to turn the tunes on. I need an assistant. Got a bunch of cool stuff pulled up today. We're going to take a look at a few charts. We've got Bitcoin pulled up here, of course, but we're also going to look at some things we don't usually. I have silver pulled up. That's been catching my eye. We'll look back at the dollar. There's not a lot going on there. We're going to update you on our live trades, our live in-stream trades. We're going to look at XRP, Stellar XLM, QNT, Quant, HBAR, Hedera, and Luna Classic again, pulling our attention. So thanks for being here. Quick shout out to our sponsors, BingX, Bybit, and Marketcipher. Links in the video description below. Use them. You don't need to send me money. Nothing's for sale here. We also have some interesting stuff going on in the news. We're going to really quickly gloss over those, and we're going to take a look at the hash rate for Bitcoin. That's been a hot topic lately. So let's jump into it. Good to have you guys. What's up, M Forge? Mala, the wonderful Mala's here. Lumbretta, Gobble Z, Mr. Crypto Bitcoin enjoying that membership. What's up, Trey, Gabe, Daniel, Crypto Jung, Dale. We got everybody here. What's up, Robert, Alex Mill? All right. So MicoStrategy is probably not really news to most of you, but today, two kind of events happened with MicoStrategy. One, MicoStrategy sold Bitcoin for the first time. I should have made that clickbait. Should have made a clickbait title in our title. I mean, like, oh my God. They said they'd never sell Bitcoin. So MicoStrategy sold, I believe it's about 700 Bitcoin, and it wasn't due to a change in sentiment or ideology. It was for tax loss harvesting reasons, something we've talked about here over the last few months. Basically, what companies can do if they have bought, or even people. Now, I'm not a tax expert, so of course, consult a CPA or a professional. The gist of it is, if you have bought an asset, so in 2022, good odds, this can apply to anyone. Again, ask your CPA. But essentially what you do is you sell your asset at a loss. Now, sometimes there's a waiting period. I don't believe there was last year for crypto. There might be this year. I have to investigate. And what you can do is then declare those losses on your taxes against capital gains. This is totally legal. This is absolutely kosher. It's a very classic tax avoidance or tax deferral move. So MicoStrategy sold 700 Bitcoin to harvest losses. Now they repurchased said 700 Bitcoin, actually adding 2,500 Bitcoin. The news came out today. I don't know exactly the time of the buy. Our news article pulled up here says 3 hours ago. So good enough. That's $14 million. Now I wanted to talk quickly about Saylor and I don't know, his history of buying Bitcoin. Saylor, if you're watching this, hit me up, slide in my DMs. I'm curious what the mindset is. To me, it really seems kind of random. They don't really seem to have a plan or strategy for buying. And for me, that's kind of weird. You know, especially at the size they're buying, you would assume they would have some kind of strategy for purchasing. They are called MicoStrategy. So very tiny strategies, very small. You'd think they would maybe DCA, they would spread it out. They would maybe do a limit order spread, layer buy orders down. But no, they seem to just kind of randomly buy. So Saylor, hit me up. Let's talk about it. I'll help you guys make your buys a little more bang for your buck, maybe. Not financial advice. Second thing, and the last piece of news, we have Argo sells Helios mining facility to Galaxy Digital. Needs extra capital to avoid bankruptcy. Really just more of the contagion as we've seen Bitcoin's price move down. And the difficulty adjustment or the difficulty of mining Bitcoin move up. We're going to look at that next. Just another piece of this puzzle. It is good to see Galaxy Digital. I think they've been in the space for many, many years, picking up this mining facility. And what that suggests to me, my 2 cents, is that while some companies may not be mining profitably, it is possible to be done. Argo would not be buying Helios if there wasn't value there for them. I've heard a lot of talk on the cost of mining. it costs this much to mine a Bitcoin, that much to buy a Bitcoin or mine a Bitcoin. In reality, there is no one set number. That's something we need to explore. On Twitter Spaces earlier, follow me on Twitter. On Twitter Spaces earlier, someone was talking about the cheapest and most expensive countries to buy or to mine Bitcoin. Sorry, the cheapest I believe was, Middle East country. I want to say Kazakhstan, but that's not a real country, I don't think. Or is it? I don't know. Sorry if you're from wherever. Anyway, maybe it was Iran, somewhere around there. My geography is terrible. The cost to mine one Bitcoin was down near the $1,000 or $2,000 mark. Basically, that means their electricity was being heavily subsidized by the government. They then compared that to the most expensive country to mine Bitcoin, Venezuela, where mining one Bitcoin can cost upwards of $200,000. It really comes down to the electric cost. Is it subsidized? How are they making it? I want to put this out there. I've been saying this for years. I've kind of not forgotten, but I don't like repeating myself. You guys have probably noticed. Bitcoin, proof of work. That is why I'm in crypto. Proof of work, people think it's flawed. I think it's exactly as intended. It is going to be the driver of renewable energy. It's going to usher in the new era of energy by making a universal market for energy. Anyone, anywhere with an electrical hookup and a basic internet connection, plus hardware, obviously, and the right infrastructure, can mine Bitcoin, can convert energy into dollars or into value directly. This has never existed before and really doesn't exist in any other capacity to this degree. It is huge. It's something that's easily swept under the rug while the markets have been boring, but it's really important to understand just how important or just how massive that is. So next, speaking of Bitcoin mining, people have been talking about hash rate a lot. I want to talk about this quick. Fork.lol. Easy to remember, fork.lol. Free site. I don't know who hosts it. Basically, all it's showing you is Bitcoin versus Bitcoin Cash. For some reason, I think this probably started back with the BCH fork in the block wars. But it's a great site, a great tool to take a look at what's happening in mining. Over the last few days, the US was hit with one of the largest polar vortexy storms in recent memory. During this time, miners in Texas specifically shut off to help support the power grid, to divert that energy to homes that needed it. And what we saw was about a 30% drop in hash rate, resulting from just Texas turning off. That does raise some concerns for me about decentralization of mining, but it did happen. It's a good thing overall, as it shows crypto in a positive light. We don't see that often. It's commonly portrayed as the bad guy. We see about 300 terahashes drop down actually to 140. So this was a brief drop, but actually more than I thought it was. Interesting, though. So we can see that brief drop in what is called the retarget. So retarget is essentially the Bitcoin difficulty adjustment mechanism. It's supposed to happen every 14 days. That can vary. If it happens faster than that, difficulty goes up. If it happens slower, difficulty goes down. That's the simplest way to understand it. You can see this spike when those miners turned off on the 24th. Bitcoin's retarget actually went all the way up to 18 days. There's a story here. I'm not just rambling. You can see these pops right here. That is when difficulty readjusts and it restarts the retargeting mechanism. So we see that it popped up to 18 days. So it was already 19th to 24th, 5 days in, and it actually got slower. So at this point, the difficulty adjustment was looking to be incredibly downsided, meaning mining was going to get more profitable. But what happened? And this is the important takeaway. People are focusing a lot on mining and profitability, etc. So they're trying to make the argument that it's not profitable and this is a bad thing. There's an argument to be made. However, look at what happened. As soon as those miners clicked on, those miners and more joined. And that 18 days got pushed down to 8 days. And now we are back on course for about a perfect 14-day difficulty adjustment. Now the change is actually predicted to be slightly positive. What that means is that mining actually, despite miners in Texas turning off and seeing like a 50% hash rate drop overnight, we're right back on track. AKA, there are people mining profitably. That's not really a concern. As we said, I don't remember what country it was. Oh man, I feel dumb. But mining Bitcoin is very variable in cost, and it really depends on subsidy and it depends on access to electricity. Network is unfazed, even with a huge drop in hash rate, unfazed, right back on course. This is the beauty that is Bitcoin. Bitcoin and proof of work. Cool, done. Let's take a peek really quick at what's moving today, our top crypto gainers and losers. In the last 24 hours, we have ICP. Interesting. I know Mr. Bajarki was looking at ICP the other day. Shout out to Bajarki, man. Gifted like 200 memberships in the stream. 300 was wild. Tether Gold. We should probably pull up gold too, but I have silver pulled up for us. Maybe we'll peek at gold too. And then Tron. And really outside of that, outside of these three, and we can't even really count Tether Gold. That's just like a stable coin. We have 2 coins that are in the green over the last 24 hours. Pretty wild. Down to the hour, looks like ICP put on its gains recently. We'll have to pull that up. And that's about it, man. This is some slim pickings. What is down the most in 24 hours? Surprise, surprise. Terra Luna Classic. Surprise. That was our biggest gainer in the last stream. XCN Chain. Biggest loser again. I think it was last time. Maybe we should look at that just for some lost prawns. APT. Solana. I made a pretty funny tweet if you guys follow me on Twitter. It's basically is Solana a good buy? Yes, it is good buy. I don't know. My sense of humor is really easy. So let's move on to Bitcoin. 165 viewing. Oh no. Oh no. 165. It has been rough, guys. I don't blame you for taking a break from crypto. We'll be here. But make sure to tune in for our live streams if you're around. So this is something I actually saw Crypto Rover tweet today. And I needed to fact check it. The second I saw it, I was like, man, people do some shenanigans with trend lines. I gotta fact check this. I will say, despite kind of the craziness of a lot of his tweets, this one wasn't purely crazy. If we look back to 2017 in July and the low 3,100 in December of 2018, March of 2020, we do see a pretty strong trend line here. And what I guess the relevance of this, or why people might care, is if we zoom into today, it's right here on the day. You have a touch on November 22nd. You have a touch there. You traded below it intraday on the 21st and 22nd, but you settled up both days above the trend, and we're kind of just seeing sideways diagonal price action above this trend line. In today's candle, it looks like 16.4 is the low, or the low where that trend line sits. So trading below there, I think that's probably an easy call, as that was our swing low on the 19th. Trading below there falls out of that diagonal trend line, rising trend line, and it also breaks the structure that we've built here from our low. So is this line important? Meh. I don't know. Probably not. I mean, if we want to invalidate it, we zoom into the 22nd and say, well, how far did it go down below this trend line? 20%. So maybe this trend line isn't the perfect buy signal. Actually, more than 20%. 25%? Yeah, that's pretty rough. We did trade 25% below it, so definitely not as awesome as it seemed as a really zoomed out picture kind of on Twitter. But I wanted to investigate this. It isn't gibberish. It's here. So I'm going to leave this on our chart. I think it's interesting, and I think what we can take from it, at least, is, well, trading below that trend line is likely very bearish, right? Likely very bearish, especially closing daily candles. If we were to see that same 25% downside from March of 2020, that would put us around 12.5. Not really an important level, but interesting. It would put us at 12,500. Cool. That's just a little warm up into Bitcoin. We're going to look at the dollar, silver. We're going to get more into Bitcoin. We're going to look at XRP, XLM, QNT, HBAR, LUNC, and probably whatever you guys are feeling. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat what you want to look at. I see Era Random has become a member again, or renewed. What's up, brother? You've been chatty in the Discord. Good time to chill it. Jump in the Discord. Links in the chat. What's up, Robert? Shout out to Tom Crown for being an awesome TA guru. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Appreciate you. I don't know if I'm a guru, but I'm a dude who streams and wears sunglasses. It's pretty good. Can't really beat that. Let's move on to the dollar. I don't have a lot of thoughts here. Really looking for the same thing we were looking for on the last stream, and that's likely some kind of dead cat bounce, some kind of retracement. We do see the dollar is continuing to fall in a very tight channel. These typically break to the upside. Probability says upside is a better bet on a descending channel. I will agree. I'm looking for about a 618 retrace still. That would take us maybe to just under 110. And then I'm going to be looking for lower lows into the 100 zone. That's a previous pretty macro support looking left. So I guess we could maybe interpret this, if I'm on point here, as the dollar rally. We could see, I guess it depends on how long this takes. Of course, the dollar could always just break down from here and test 100. That would probably be better for markets. If we see it kind of do this dead cat bounce, maybe halfway through 2023, or maybe after Q1 2023. Yeah, halfway. At the end of Q1, I don't know. That would probably imply a red Q1, which is not really my thinking at the moment. I'm pretty sided with a green Q1 for markets after 4 quarters of red. Maybe that's a gambler's fallacy. But whenever the dollar does start to break to the upside, I expect more red for markets. And if we see it get rejected early and move to lower lows down near 100, likely we have the green train coming. Let's move on to silver. I saw that silver was trending on Google searches, and I was like, man, I haven't looked at silver in a while. I see why. For the last 4 months, silver has trended up. After reaching support, breaking support just slightly, 17.6, we're seeing it move back up. Now, I do have some issues with what's going on here. Our 618 retrace sits at just about 25, a pretty psychological number, likely going to be resistance looking left from March and April, and possibly from March and April the year before. That'd be funny if it was March and April when it tested it. That would be interesting. You have not really any divergence on your monthly. Spicy. Let me pull up Marketcipher B here and have it on. Yeah, the quarterly money flow. You have a higher low. Your VWAP is higher. I think, honestly, silver looks like it's prepped for more upside. I wonder if it can move past that 25 node, though. That's my only concern. Very clean chart. RSI lows coming down with price. RSI lows. RSI highs. RSI highs coming down with price and lows coming down with price. We don't really see significant divergence on the weekly time frame. But the weekly, man, money flow looking to roll over. The only thing is it does look like it has some kind of interim weekly downside. So maybe some retracement in silver is in its future. And if I look at this chart, I think that the level stands out pretty obviously. 21,655. It was previously support from early 2020. It was support again in late 21. Kind of rejected here in 22 twice as resistance, and now we've broken above it. To see a back test of that resistance as support at 21.6 would actually be pretty clean, and it would line up really well with what the weekly is showing. Monthly still looking strong, though. I wouldn't bet against silver personally. I think that's a harsh bet. I think that's a rough bet. But I do think it's going to reach that 25 by at least mid next year. Boom. Let me see if I'm in any live trades. I am. I posted this to the Discord, actually. So we're moving along. Back to Bitcoin, back to live trading. I posted this long position. It's not doing so hot. I basically took a very simple long position with my stop under the recent lows. It filled very recently. And I'm looking for about 16.8 to close that position up. That's right. 16.8. So far, so good. We're in a fraction of a profit. It seems that that's the case a lot during these streams, right? It's weirdly like fraction of a profit. I think this is a pretty solid technical trade. We'll see what it looks like on the chart as we go. But not a lot going on there. I have a feeling I might get stopped out. Time will tell. It did come really close, but time will tell. I'll keep you guys updated on the trades I'm taking during the streams. If anything else pops up, I'll let you know. Really quick, I wanted to shout out the participants in our BingX trading competition. Last time we looked at this, it was just 2 people. Now we have 8. There's still time. They extended the trading competition for 2 more days. I believe it ends on the 30th. But we've got some beast traders coming in here. 101% ROI, 74% ROI, 31%. Congrats to them. We'll check back in on the next live stream. Hopefully we have more participants. If you're looking for the contests link, you have to sign up using my link, but it's in the video description and it is in the Discord. So a great reason to join the Discord. Should we jump into alts first? Alts first, or should we do alts second? I will jump into alts. So Ripple, lots of search volume for Ripple today. We looked at this in the last stream, I do believe, and I set up this live trade using a very, very simple process. On the day, right here, identified a pretty obvious, in my opinion, pretty obvious inverse head and shoulders playing out. It's not perfect, but it had all the elements I was looking for. So basically, we had a swing low, reject from resistance into a lower low, creating a head. We retested that resistance from the left shoulder. We hit a higher low, boom. And we actually had this, I think we were looking at this before it even broke out. We established a neckline at 35.5. Neckline secured. And we said, all right, if this plays out as an inverse head and shoulders, what would we expect? A back test of the neckline and then a move to upside resistance, 38.3 cents. It does look like our trade filled, nowhere near stopped. And man, that's a good trade. You don't always get them this clean. Of course, it could still get stopped out, but man, if this pattern plays out, we have a nice little W on our hands, don't we? Let's see what the risk to reward was. 2.4, not terrible. That's an 8% upside, looking at 3% downside. Good risk to reward, I think, there. Let's see. 4 hour. Ooh, 4 hour. I think it's going for a bounce. I like that. Daily's still kind of crappy condition, though. Kind of crappy condition, but the daily does show really drives home that inverse head and shoulders with the back test on the neckline. I really like that. I really like this chart. I like how clean the pattern is. Could it be a trap? Of course. Time will tell. But I'm digging it. Ripple chart looking pretty good for 38.3 in my opinion. I don't know if it can break that, but it's looking good up to that point. Stellar. For some reason, people are Googling Stellar. So we'll take a peek at it here. This is the monthly chart of Stellar. Not so stellar, unfortunately. Looks like it reached its high of 80 cents. This isn't the full history. Reached a high of 80 cents in May of 21. Really never caught bids after that. This looks much more like a blow off top than, say, Bitcoin or Ethereum that have kind of the double top pattern. We have a high. It gets rejected. I wouldn't even doubt if that's a 618 retrace right there. Almost just under. What? Like 3 pennies under a 618 retrace, rejected, and now back to fill inefficient price action. So I'm not sure what people are looking for when they're checking this chart out or why, but I did quick whip this up before the stream started. So unfortunately, last month closed below what I would have expected to hold as support, just under 9 cents. We see a really familiar pattern here with our bottoming out in March of 2020. We had our little rally. Bitcoin did this as well. It went from like 8K to 12K back to 9.8, and then it ran. So this was the previous resistance that was broken right before. I don't even think it set a new all-time high, but we did break that support in the last month close. So where are we now? Looking for the next support. I could definitely see 7 cents here holding strong, as that was the breakout point and a back test on the monthly time frame. Price is very close to that, currently trading at 7.2 cents, 7.05 cents, very close below, I think very reasonable. Below that, it gets a little harder to identify. I chose right here as we saw support and then resistance and then support again, creating what was the bear market bottom, and that's sitting at 6.18. I like it because it's 6.18. That's the Fibonacci golden ratio. I think that's the likely downside target if 7 cents breaks. It's not a huge spread. And below that, things just get very sketchy. I mean, maybe you're looking at 5 or 4 cents from these monthlies, 4.5 to 4 cents. This would definitely be deep value. Deep value for someone who wanted this coin. 94.8% retrace. Not too shabby. When something goes down 95%, 99%, whatever, let's say 99%, does not mean it can't go down another 99%. Then it would just have gone down 99.9% or 99. But something interesting, if you really like a project, kind of the interesting math behind it is if you buy something that's 99% down, you're essentially getting 100 times more coins than you would have if you bought at the top. Just an interesting perspective to look at crypto portfolios or crypto assets. Does not mean that it's not going to go lower, but it does make those coin counts go very high. XLM really kind of still in downward price discovery. We'll see what happens at 7 cents. I think that is like a very critical level to the chart. It might be a good buy, it might be a goodbye. Time will tell. Your descending high trend very much in play, untested since the 618 retrace after the blow off top. XLM on the weekly, RSI is in oversold, but that doesn't mean it has to bounce. Okay. Looking at the weekly Marketcipher, so we have lower lows on money flow, lower lows on momentum, lower lows on VWAP. Not a very bullish take. However, zooming in on our VWAP indicator right here, this usually leads to some kind of bounce. Kind of worst case, you see it move to positive and right back to negative, but usually accompanies a bounce. And so where might we look? Probably back above us. 9.69 cents. This actually looks really good. There might be a slick play there. Let's see. Boop. Badoop, badoop. Okay. There might be a slick play to be made. Something like this. Just back to, yeah. 5.5. Cool. Let's make this like a 3. I can see something like this. With the weekly VWAP in the condition, it's not something that I would expect to start an uptrend, but it's something I would expect to see some kind of retracement. And in this case, it's pretty clear on the chart. You had support here. This was your monthly level for resistance. You found support there. You broke it. This could be pretty easy play. Now the weekly does kind of side with further downside, but I think short term, maybe if the day agrees, I think we might see a move to like 9.6 or 10 cents. Daily RSI is in the swamp, in the muck. Wow, that looks so terrible. Well, the daily does not have the exact same vibe. Actually, the opposite. VWAP's looking to cross down. So the daily maybe not ready for this. We could see a fast test of that, or perhaps back to this kind of descending trend here that eventually drops us to that 7 cents. I could definitely see that playing out. I could definitely see something like that. All right. More conservative, more patient trader likely to sit and wait for 6.18 cents. That's a pretty good chart, though. Maybe that's why people are Googling it. I have no idea. 251 viewers. We got some more fam. Welcome back, guys. Don't forget to keep smashing the like buttons and subscribing. I think Cody Hate, shout out to you, my friend. 6 minutes ago, took this stream's scribe-ginity, and it's appreciated. If you're out there and you haven't subscribed yet, join us. We are racing Bitcoin to 100K subscribers. We were losing really bad in 21, and now we're back on top. We're winning. We just might beat Bitcoin to 100K. Time will tell. Only with your help. Let's go to QNT, another highly Googled or highly searched coin lately. We looked at this not so long ago, and I said, man, this is a little rough on the BTC pair because it's so high. I don't really like buying or creating new bags when a coin's value against Bitcoin is so high. But we were looking, and I know, yes, back here, we were looking for potential bullish divergence on the day It does kind of look like we got it. We'll have to take a peek. But we were looking for the low to hold and for a lower low on our side. And did we get it? Okay, we actually didn't. This is interesting. We didn't get a lower low on RSI on the day for QNT BTC. But what we did get is we got a double bottom on RSI. So this is not as strong as, say, hidden bullish divergence, what we were looking for with a lower RSI low. That's typically considered a stronger bullish divergence. This double bottoming is kind of like a mids reversal signal. Might bounce price, but it probably won't reach new highs. No guarantees, but not quite the signal I was hoping for there. Daily kind of looks like downside retracement. Let's take a peek. We'll look at the USD pair in just a second. 00643 would be our golden pocket retrace. Our golden retrace. The gold. Just falling into the charts, man. You did have a descending high trend here that was broken over the last 3 days. At least looking at just the daily, I could definitely see something like this happening. Maybe you back test the trend, bump and run, move to the next upside resistance, and that would be 00763. I could definitely see that playing out. I'm not super confident in this, to be honest. The daily looks very saggy, looks very heavy. Let's take a peek at the dollar pair. Let's leave this out. Bloop. Hours. Okay. Probably should clean this chart up before the stream. Why didn't you remind me? All right. So what I just removed, I'll show you guys. Basically, we spotted this pattern back when QNT on the stream was around $80, $90 back here. And basically said, this looks like a really big inverse head and shoulders painting out. We have our left shoulder, our head, our right shoulder. And so what did we need? We only needed a break of 152. That'd be the neckline. This neckline is not perfect. We probably could have even said 130. And we could look to go long there with a tight stop. Obviously, we got stopped out. When the neckline was rebroken, meaning price came back down below 150, we started to look for a head and shoulders. So this is a kind of spicy pattern where you see an inverse head and shoulders followed by a head and shoulders. This is similar to what we're looking for on Ethereum BTC, which I should probably pull up to show at some point on the stream. I just realized how little I've talked about Bitcoin today. That's unusual. We'll get to Bitcoin. Not much has happened. No. There we go. No, my beautiful doodles. My beautiful doodles. Basically, it was right here. We were looking for a head and shoulders that paints into a new inverse head and shoulders with a new neckline at 077. We haven't gotten it yet, but it also hasn't invalidated this pattern, which is really interesting to me, and I've been watching. For days and days and days, Ethereum has ranged between 0.77 and 0.66. It seems to be avoiding breaking that low and invalidating the structure. So a move below 0.66, inverse head and shoulders is off the table, at least for a classical view. But while it kind of consolidates here in this symmetrical triangle, if it can break to the upside, it is back in inverse head and shoulders territory, which is a really spicy pattern to see play out live, especially when you view it or plan it out so far in advance. Really cool to see. So waiting for FBTC to break 0.77. Let's go on to HBAR. We'll do Luna Classic and then we'll go to Bitcoin. I haven't looked at HBAR in a while, but it was trending. It does look like last month, HBAR's low was broken at 4.5 cents. It did close back above, but now we have a lower low on the monthly. Not really great. It could just randomly bounce here. I always say this, but this is very much a knife where it is right now. With the monthly below previous pretty critical resistance from August 2020, it was tested perfectly on the dump in May. This is a knife. This is a knife right now. I'd feel much more comfortable down below at 2.92 cents. This would be a very opportunistic trade potential, I will say. Not buy. Opportunistic play there at just under 3 cents, 2.92. The issue, though, is 2.92 is really all that's left. You can see very inefficient price action here as price dumped down, recovered, consolidated, creating efficient price action between 4.5 and 3 cents. But below that, there's almost nothing. There's really just a free fall if 3 cents, 2.92 cents breaks down to 1 cent. This would be, in my opinion, even I might be interested in some HBAR at 1 cent. I'll see how I'm feeling at the time. But structurally, this does not look super great with that monthly in the place it is in. Let's look at the week quick. You definitely have divergence, man. This is, look at this RSI. It's like triple bottoming, and each time the lows are coming down. That is not an actual type of divergence, I guess. Like hitting the same thing is the same kind of that mids divergence I was talking about. But with your lows coming down and RSI getting defended there, it's actually kind of interesting. The day, not so hot. Or the weekly for Marketcipher B, not so hot. We looked at this, I forget what chart it was, but our VWAP is moving up. This is also moving up, but this isn't that sharp turnaround. This is like a flattening out of VWAP. That could still suggest it's going to roll over, but it looks like that'll take some time. With the condition of money flow and momentum, this is rough. This is pretty rough. Weirdly still in buying momentum. I don't like that either. I don't like that. Let's zoom into the day. You hit a low, you hit a lower low, you're rejected from 4.5 cent resistance. This right here, 4.5 cents. This would be my target. Let's say we see, honestly, any downside move. If we decide to play a downside move, we could say like we can use our Fibonacci extension and retracement tool, place it from our swing low to swing high. We could say 3.56 cents maybe, 3.3 cents. If we were going to play any of these levels, this is absolutely where I would look to take profit if we saw something like this happen. Doesn't mean it has to keep going up, but I would definitely be looking to that above head resistance if we do see the low break. I'm going to set an alert. Daily, not so hot. Daily looking for more downside. Womp. Oh, there's our extensions. Our real support's just under 3 cents. 4.56 cents going to be kind of rough to tackle. Let's jump into Luna C. Luna C. Is Luna C a good buy? It's a good buy. So we got a little punked here. On our streams 2 days ago and yesterday, we looked at this, and I was looking for 00161 to act as resistance. It overshot it. I was surprised. And tested its descending high trend. So this is actually pretty cool. Not many coins, or not every coin, has this on their chart. Their high trend here very much coming into play. Broke back above its change of character line. And while we were wrong on the upside resistance, it does look like Luna C is looking to follow the path we set out, which was a break up to that 000161 and then back to 000138. See what this looks like kind of on the monthly maybe. Ooh, very strong support, which I don't even have on my chart, I don't think. Right there, 0011. Let's flip this back. The monthly closing, Luna C's monthly closing here is actually pretty good. It does have a lower low. Doesn't, you could still continue down to your monthly support there. But what I like about it is we saw a minus 20% candle, minus 31% candle, and now if it settles up here, it's only minus 7 on the monthly time frame. That is suggesting some kind of seller exhaustion. As we see, the body of the candles are no longer accelerating, no longer getting larger. There we go. Let's get rid of some of this. Boop, boop. Take this off. Pretty ugly weekly candle. 4 days to go, plenty of time to change that, but we've seen a lot of these top wicks kind of convert into red candles. If we do see it trade back down to 000138, we'd be hoping support would hold there. If not, I think you're cleared for the lower support at 11.4. Maybe as low as 0001. Maybe. Man, this does not have a lot of chart history. Kind of sucks. Money flow is waning off. This is actually kind of unique to it. I haven't seen other charts, or at least it's not common on other charts to see money flow kind of trailing off here. Wow. 4 hour big womp. However, if you've if you've been keeping up with our educational short videos, link should be in the video description, but I'll put it in the chat. About reversals, this is pretty gnarly. This is definitely a V-shaped reversal. Typically, we see those fully retraced. That's kind of threatening. Kind of threatening there. Our Fibonacci extension retracement tool is looking at that clean 0001. I'm gonna place an alert. Cool. 618 retrace at 000416. That's actually pretty clean too. Don't know, Luna C. You're a toss up. All right, let's get back to Bitcoin. Let's look at our trade. Not really doing any better. Right at the entry. Womp. Let's pull up. Where is it? There we go. This is our chart from last stream. Drink it in. Let me see what the chat's up to. My bad. I finished what I wanted to get through. So here we are. What's up, Mr. Crypto and Bitcoin? Tom, is another Bitcoin diamond on the 1 hour? That's a good question. It does look like one, doesn't it? I would say to fit my definition, which is just the definition I came up with, not quite. I see why you'd say that, and I like where your mind's at. I'd say not quite, only because this low didn't reach a lower low. Good eye, though. Keep those good insights coming. It didn't quite reach a lower low. If it had, it would perfectly fit my definition of diamond, but I would say, to be honest, this probably is in diamond territory, which would be good, because diamond territory would suggest a move back to the upside. So, like, right here, we saw this diamond play out. Didn't get the reversal, but we did, I think, pretty visibly get a fractal playing out. It's like the same pattern appearing on smaller and smaller time frames. So maybe that hasn't resolved totally. Typically, diamonds are reversal signals, but we didn't get the lower low. It still fits really well. It's still very much, it may not be a diamond. It might be another pattern that could very easily be confused as one, but I'd say this is a good one to see, which would be a falling, broadening wedge. We typically see them reverse like this. That happened in 2021 during the summer bear. We saw that here play out. We went to a new all-time high. Boop, 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 boop. Very similar. I could see that. I mean, it has only wicks invalidating it. I think that's pretty fair. Chinggis K. How many nachos is too much nachos? Man, any amount of nachos that are yours is the right amount. As long as they're yours. What's up, otaku wannabe? Many nachos. Not super hype in the chat today. Guys, if you're here, let me know. Say something in the chat. Doge Digger message retracted. Very mysterious. What's up, Caveman? How you doing, brother? Madcap Pat, Josh Leder, my boy. How you doing, man? Gabriel, lunacy is the best. This is just all fun. Okay, fair enough. You're welcome to your own opinions. Fashion Spin, what's up, man? Link. Might be able to look at a link for you. Alexander. Take a look at ICP on the weekly and daily. I actually said that I would look at ICP and didn't pull it up. Uh-oh. I'll pull up ICP. We looked at this very recently for Mr. Bajarki. I wish he was here. Vitaly Popfalushi. DGB. Yeah, we can look at DGB. I don't think there's a lot to be done unless my alerts got disabled or something. Because I watch DGB on my own time. Usually people don't want to look at it. DGB ICP, what else do you guys want to see? Samuel says DCA on the way down means only losing more and more. It can. It definitely can, man. It worked for me. I will say, though, I've never recommended DCAing on anything except for Bitcoin. I believe, and this is through my own experience, it's not financial advice, but in my experience, DCAing through Bitcoin is the only, I don't want to say sure bet, because there's no such thing as sure bet, but the only intelligent move, perhaps. When people come to me and say they want to DCA Shiba or something, I'm like, that seems very risky, man. Crypto Steve-O, low IQ and their crystal balls. Crystal balls, giggity. What are people saying? 63% voted saying no, the bottom is not in. 37% saying yes. That's actually extremely bearish for this channel. Keep voting. There's plenty more time to vote. Extremely bearish for this channel. That's how we're feeling. We usually lean bullish, even when things are bearish. What's up, Lorio? Hello. Let me refresh this chat. Diamond Sauce, I don't know if I shouted you out, man. EOS? Clicker 101, EOS. You might be able to look at EOS. Josh or Bajarki been making the rounds. Dude, it was such a nice little thing. Like, I don't really get much from the memberships because YouTube takes a big cut in the tax man. But it was just nice. Like, it was a nice surprise. You know, back in 2021, people would come and drop big stacks. If you guys were here early 21, someone donated tons, 5 figures during a live stream. I cried. V for Vendetta, Soul. All right, I'll pull up Soul too, only because I was hating on them. What's up, John? Razanul wants to see Masscoin. He's a Paralympic swimmer from Iceland. Dude, that's badass. Bajarki, I didn't know that. Shout out to Bajarki. Thoughts on the order block finder indicator? Mario GGG. I'm not sure which one you're referring to. But we do have lots. Of educational shorts, and at least one of them, I would say like 3 of them, specifically have order block trading stuffs. I make a lot of videos. It's hard to keep track. Let me put that link. Make sure that link is right. I know I'm putting the wrong link in chat. You can check out that playlist. Should have some good insights for you on order blocks and order block indicators. Much love, Frenchiverse. Going to get a big bag of Litecoin when it hits $25. Dude, I will buy so much Litecoin if it ever trades at $25 again. Not all in, but damn, I would buy a lot. Didig Diablo, what's up, bro? Vivek, MATIC. All right. We got Soul. Let me see. I'll pull up MATIC too. I'm probably not going to dive too deep into these. I didn't even do Bitcoin. This is weird. It feels dirty. I feel dirty. There's MATIC. So we have MATIC, we have Soul, we have EOS, DGB, ICP. We'll move that up. Queued up. Let's take a look at ICP first, in honor of Mr. Bajarki. He literally asked me about this, and I was like, man, it's kind of knifey. You're definitely in some kind of falling wedge. So eventually you'd expect this to break to the upside. But when? I would say arguably it still hasn't. Let's pull this high. I would say arguably it still hasn't. This is probably the best fit. When you zoom out, and you get rid of all the noise. This is its entire trading history for ICP. It was listed on Coinbase at $630 before it ever traded. It was in the top 10 cryptos. That's why I have never been a fan of this coin. It's really not the coin's fault, but whatever went on with these shenanigans, and basically just fell. Created some kind of support at $27, some kind of support at $14, some kind of support at $5.30, and now it's still in price discovery. And this is why, even though I wanted to tell Mr. Bajarki whatever he wanted to hear, that I did not really like the vibe of this. So what's happening is this is a giant knife. This is one giant knife. This is going to be the worst looking knife ever. There we go. It's a giant knife. There you go. We'll make it a buster sword. It's a giant knife. It's in price discovery to the downside. Doesn't mean that the bottom can't be in and it bounces. It will do that at some point. However, it is very risky to buy falling knives. You don't have support below you because it's never traded there. We can look into the weekly and say $3.61. Sure, that's some kind of support. But is it enough? Oh, I'm getting alerts on Bitcoin. But is it enough? And for me, it's not. I think that's too risky. The RSI is very interesting. It was oversold the entire time it's existed, basically. It does look like maybe it's making a swing rejection on the weekly as it looks to bounce from oversold and not actually reach oversold. Your VWAP's up. That's interesting. You might get a little upside. This might actually be giving you a little upside. That probably has changed since like yesterday. But I need to see it trade above. I already have the alert set. I need to see it trade above 434. Preferably above 535. I know that's leaving a lot on the table. But until it can break a high, definitively, it's just falling. And it becomes really risky. In my opinion, and this isn't financial advice, you shouldn't just blindly do this. But I think that at this point, until it does establish some kind of bottom, if I was trading it, I would look to short probably every bounce. You have bullish divergence on your lows here. That's a good thing. You have weak bearish divergence on your highs. That's not a bad thing either if you're looking for a bounce. You can see your RSI highs flat, double topped, the exact same level. And your lows, you had price come down lower, yet you have a higher RSI low. That is bullish divergence. So you could look for a bounce there, especially with the weekly VWAP pointing up. Looks like the daily agrees, even though money flow is still trending down. It already has bounced a little bit, but yeah, it wouldn't surprise me to see it move to 434. What happens there will dictate probably the rest of how I feel about this chart. We have seen a lot of coins recently break kind of their major descending trends. So maybe you can make a move to 535. If you can hold 434 on a support back test, then all of a sudden you're not looking so bad. You're starting to paint some kind of reversal pattern. I can see that. But time will tell. I'm not sold. I'm not seeing enough to feel confident in that right now. And we're going to do MATIC and Sol and EOS. I just want to look at Bitcoin. I got an alert that I just set. Oh no, my long, no. Getting wrecked live, guys. That's the value here. Watch me lose money. It's, you can get that itch out of losing money. Save your own. Don't lose it. Let me do it for your amusement. The trade is now down 0.4% and I'm ruined. I'm ruined. It's a whole dollar in the red. 16.6. I could see maybe 16.6 here. Kind of just looking at structure. 16.6 is low, 16.58. I want to move my stop so bad, but that's bad trading. I'm not going to. If I was a smart trader, I'd probably move this up to 16.6 or just below. And there it goes. There she blows. Let's take a look at these lower time frames. I haven't really talked about Bitcoin at all. 5 minute looking like garbage. Hot garbage. 15 minute looking like hot garbo. That's pretty ugly. You do have higher lows and higher highs here on your money flow, which isn't bad. But what I just saw in the lower time frames, man, that cements it for me. 30 minute rejected from the moving average RSI. Not looking hot. Long was the wrong choice. Long was wrong. Let's see. On the hour. This is kind of hopeful, actually, for timeframes extending out from 1 hour. We don't have a lower low on money flow yet. However, the shorter timeframes, looking for more downside, that may be what's to come. Not awesome. Juxtaposing the 30-minute, which rejected from our moving average on our RSI, the hourly is now testing it. So this is actually pretty pivotal. This is a pretty pivotal point for very local price action. 30 minutes for this nasty 4 hour to close. Holy hell. No lower low on money flow yet, but VWAP momentum, they're heavy. Definitely a divergence on your lows on the 2 hour, but the 2 hour breaking its series of lows going lower, huh? This, not great. Pretty bearish take. Pretty bearish take there on the short time frames. Okay. We'll go back. Let's take a look at MATIC. I haven't looked at this in a bit. Actually, I haven't looked at MATIC in a while because MATIC has just traded sideways for the longest time. Kind of first impressions when I look at this chart. First impressions are pretty telling here. MATIC hit its low in June. It fell with the rest of the market. Just barely missed 3-cent support. Moved back up. Rallied. One sec. There it is. There it is. This is what I was looking for. Reached its low. It never retested its low, never went lower. So that sets it apart, actually, from the rest of the crypto market. If we look at MATIC BTC, it should be, yes, as expected. Still in an uptrend. Because MATIC bounced and never retraced with the rest of the market. In fact, only a few weeks ago, 6 weeks ago maybe, MATIC hit a new all-time high, or double topped, retested its all-time high against Bitcoin. And we can visibly see that. Bajarki, we just did ICP, man. We were just talking about you. Gifting more memberships, Bajarki, the man. The legend. It's good to see you, bro. I don't know if you caught the Luna C or ICP. I'm ready. You're ready. Bajarki gifting 10 memberships. Shout out to our winners here. Trending videos, desk comp, Didic Diablo. At this point, I think everyone that watches this channel has a membership, thanks to Bajarki. Didic Diablo, Alex New, Ben Peelin, and Christian Santos. Congrats. Bajarki, you're the man. Wait, did you gift more than... You gifted 20. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Wild. Thank you. Guys, smash the like button for Bajarki being so generous. He is the Santa Claus of our channel. He is our crypto Santa Claus. Last live stream, he like gifted like 200 memberships. Something wild. I missed the first one, man. Let me shout these people out. V for Vendetta, my boy, you got it. Sergio Brown. Clicker 101, Krishna Morris, Anthony Soprano, Bajarki. Thank you. No, thank you. Lewis Christie. Crypto BKmon, In My Hero, Lorio, Dennis Barra. So generous, man. Appreciate you. They're fun. It's just a fun thing. Just gives you a green name. You can use the emojis. If you just got a membership, put some of them new emojis in the chat. Let us know. Thank Bajarki for being awesome. I don't know if you saw ICP Bajarki. I can do that again for you even. This live will be time-stamped after, so you'll be able to go back and watch the parts you want. I think I'll finish with MATIC, and then maybe if he wants to see it, we'll go back. Gotta keep my eye on the chat now. So it never retraced. We can see that very clearly on its BTC pair. In fact, I knew that this would look like this looking at the dollar pair. Most other coins, like Bitcoin, if this was Bitcoin, it would have broken its June low and explored lower lows. MATIC has not. It's traded sideways. After hitting its 618 golden retrace, not putting in lower lows, MATIC's holding steady, holding sideways during the turbulence. Definitely a sign, or at least a characteristic of strength in price. Definitely a characteristic. Week is looking a little laggy, a little saggy, a little heavy. So is the day. Oof. I'm saying how strong it is, and now it's like, well, maybe it is going right back to 6.5. This is the first support I would look for, 6.5 cents, or 65 cents, sorry. This is the first support I would look for if we see MATIC break to, what, quarterly new lows, quarterly? You have resistance that's going to be there, psychological. It is on the chart at $1. Likely a decent profit-taking part, or decent profit-taking target if you've opened a position in the 70s, or if you're lucky enough to get it down in the 60s. 50 members. Oh my God, Bajarki getting hype. I don't even know if there's like 50 people who don't have them at this point. You're the man, dude. Thanks for just cheering up our streams, dude. You are appreciated. What a legend. Congrats, Jiron, Fahid Hassan, Eddie. Where's Eddie, man? Eddie Aguilera, Refaman, Refaman, Big Tuna, Crypto, Saren Invegarston, Future Soul, Jesus Sar Gonzalez, William, Jerry M, jeez, Santa, it's Christmas, Ignatios Mamistis. What else did I miss? Sean Dillard, Edgar Dappa. Jeez, there's so many names. Jeremy Lay, Hugo. Ron B. Crypto, word I'm not going to say. Grant Mountain. Big Tuna, dang. There's just so many. Kush, my cologne, lift much. Love Jeet, you got it. Congrats, Love Jeet. What a wild, dude, Bajarki, you're wild, man. I love it. George Dimitru. Adam, Pedro P. Siuka. Delbert Fradeges. Donato Cabrera. Dude, I swear it is like it doesn't even know who to give them to. I feel like everyone has them now. Doesn't mean you shouldn't do them. Very appreciated. Awandi, Jesse M, Zigamontas Post. Missed the name. Refreshed. Wild guys, Jesse M. Oh, got you again. If you got a membership gifted to you, put something in the chat. You got new emojis you can use. That's really the full value of it, and your name's green. You didn't get one? I'm sorry, CM. You can't actually select people to give them to. What a legend. What a legend. YouTube says that it selects random memberships by people who engage with the stream. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you've liked, share it, chat, vote in the poll. Those are all engagement that will up your odds. And at this point, with these kind of numbers, I mean, you got good odds of getting one. So hype the chat. What's up, Kelly Kellum? My dude, Robert. M. Forge. There's so many Bajarki. Worst month ever for trading. I agree, Bitcoin game. It's pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. Let's keep moving. So that's what I'd be looking for on MATIC. We'll move it along. It's a pretty significant support here. It's tested as support in 21. This was resistance in May. We have not seen a back test of it. That would be the logical spot to look. Let's take a peek at Sol. We tried to play something cheeky here on Sol. I remember saying, I'm not going to take this trade, but this is a logical trade. And it would be basically to look to make your stop below the low, targeting 1250 support, just back to the untested resistance at 1972. Didn't play out. Lower lows, rip. Turns out my tweet today wasn't as dickish as I thought. Actually, it was still as dickish as I thought. But not as, how do we say? Unfounded. Honestly, it was just someone said it. I thought it was funny. Someone said it's still a good buy, because I'd said that a while ago. 16,000 views on Twitter. Word. Is Sol a good buy? Yeah, a good buy. I thought this was funny. Sorry if I offended anyone out there. Tweeted today. Follow me on Twitter for more gems. But yeah, looks like it was correct. It wasn't just shit posting. So here's the problem. Here's my problem with Sol. You had a weak support at 1250. It broke. Similar to, I don't remember what chart we were just looking at earlier. Was it HBAR? HBAR. Similar to HBAR, we have a lower low on the monthly, and that lower low takes us into a void of price action, or very inefficient, straight up price action. No consolidation, no support built on the way. And so, man, my take on Sol is look out for 75, man. Look out. I think price is coming for you. This is a knife. Knives can always randomly bounce, but the risk to reward is almost never there. Almost never there. Unless you really believe in it. If you believe in Sol with all of your soul, I mean, do you, right? But you might be holding that for a very long time. Honestly, never buy a knife. Never buy a knife unless you're prepared to hold that coin forever, like indefinitely. That's why I feel super confident DCAing Bitcoin, because I'm prepared to hold it forever. Look out below. Holy smokes. Ooh, another great example of Tom Crown's patented unique trading insights for crypto right here. Sol broke 1250. Look at this. So classic TA says consolidating above support. So in this example, it was 1250 is bullish. And consolidating below resistance is bearish. I say the opposite is true, at least for crypto. When we see consolidation above a support in crypto, we very commonly, or I would say more probabilistically, break to the downside, break that support. When we consolidate below our resistance, we tend to, in crypto, break to the upside. So counter to what is the classical or traditional thinking. That's a great example. You tested support, you traded sideways, you distributed, you consolidated, and you fell to new lows. Good luck. Good luck, Sol. Like, you might randomly just bounce. Maybe our Fibonacci extension tool can give us some insights. I do like the numbers it just spat out. Our 2 measured move is at $8. Our 1618 at $9. Wow. It's at 988, so 9 or 8, right? Kind of sounds stupid, but these might be targets for a very risk-on adventurer trader to look to make a position back to that 1250, as it is likely to be tested as resistance, even if it is heading down to that 475. Sol has seen better days. Didn't have many days, but it's seen better days. Let me see. Did Bajark say anything? Did he say anything? Did he want to see that again? Bajark rules, says Sergio. That is correct. He is the GOAT. The GOAT of the last streams. The GOAT. Spreading the love. Let me see. I can't find it because it's like his name keeps popping up on these memberships. I have no idea. You guys let me know if he says anything. I'm going to try to keep my eye on it. Keep my eye on the live chat. What's up, Barefoot Finch? Tom's going for the J. Casper VUT. Oh, dude, it would take me. We'll see. We'll see slowly over time. We'll see. But, man, it would take me how many years to, like, look anything like Jason Casper? So many. Like, many. Justin Todd Cervantes wants to look at Litecoin. We can do that after this. That is so kind, dude. Shout out. There's, you know, like in the bull market, kind of people coming in and dropping money is pretty common. Over the last year, it's been very uncommon, and it's super welcomed. Like it's just like a nice thing. Like I said, I don't make lots of money from the memberships. If you want to send me money, do it via crypto or PayPal. But these are nice because it's like it gives you guys something. It's cool. What's up, Eth to the Moon? Jesus Christ, says Flame Hashira. What's up, Mr. Pickle? Whole market's garbage. Bully Berry. Get them likes up for you. Great reminder, guys. Keep smashing the like buttons and subscribe buttons. Keep this stream hyping for Bajarki. For Bajarki. Because he gifted, again, 120 memberships. Jeez. Thank you, my friend. Keep it hype. The more you like and subscribe and engage with the stream, the more likely you are, says YouTube, to get gifted memberships. So another reason to engage. I don't remember who wanted to look at EOS, but that's a name I haven't heard in a long time, so why not take a look? What's interesting to me, actually, is EOS has held its June low, basically. I mean, it looks like it ran stops in November. That is interesting. Not a lot of charts have that. No lower low yet on money flow on the week, and VWAP's pointing up. I might see some. There might be some upside retracement in this future for EOS. Let's see. Oh wow. Oh wow. All right. Your 618, your golden retrace sitting at 135. At least on the weekly, it looks like it does kind of want to go there. Money flow hasn't made a lower low. It still could, but VWAP is moving up. Momentum does look like it wants to pinch. I see some confluence on the upside retracement on EOS. I did not expect to say that today. Did not expect to say that. Daily, though, not showing that same pip in its step. Might see a retest of 81. This has been tested many times. So each time it tests it, it becomes weaker as support. That's not a great thing, but I think if it holds 81 cents, I really do think maybe 135 could be on the books. Let's see. Something like this. Something along these lines. That's like a pun because the chart's full of lines. See something like that. What's pretty nice about this trade is we have such a high upside, 67%, that we really can be generous with our stop. Like, even if we pull the stop down to 64 cents, it's still over a 3-to-1. This is interesting. I will say this, guys. Please don't just copy my trades unless you want to lose money. These are all just hypotheticals. You guys can get your own idea of how to plot these out. And what I want to warn people about is we have tried this cheeky move on many coins over the last year, and almost all of them have gotten stopped out. So be careful. I don't hate what I'm seeing on EOS. It's kind of cool. Hopefully the same is true for DGB, and I know it isn't. I know it isn't. Let's take a peek. This is a very noisy chart. Okay. I mean, just looking at my past TA on DGB here, it did reach its 1618 measured move from its swing low to swing high. The 2 measured move is 0.006 cents. It looks like it's come just shy of that. Just shy. 0.006, just shy. It did reject from 0.0869, nice, 2 days ago. Just looking at the chart, kind of just looking at the energy of it, the pace of it, the structure of it, I think a retrace or a retest of 0.006 likely in the cards. Likely. You do have stronger. You have potentially stronger support at 0.045. And then you have the line in the sand. It's like if it trades below here, it's bonked. Bonked. Ooh, It's Mortals, our favorite song. I'd probably be looking here. I know no one else really cares about DGB. I'd probably be looking here. 0.0456. If you don't hold that, you have no support. Completely inefficient price action on the way down. I think if you break that, you just go right to 0.015. All right. All right. I will leave nothing of you in my wake. What's up, Baracko Ganja? What a great name. Shout out, becoming a member. Shout out to Baracko Ganja. It would be great if we could get 420 likes on a stream. It's been maybe like a week. We usually get it after the live, but it would be great to do it while we're live. What's up, Prem Shaha, subscribing? One of the few subscribers during this live stream. I appreciate everyone who has liked and subscribed. I guess, nope, Cody Haight, I caught that one. If you're out there and you haven't subscribed yet, please join us. Help us get to 100K before Bitcoin. It is a race. Mr. Pickle wants to look at Gala. Mr. Pickle, don't tip me. You don't need to tip me. Not for you. I'll look at Gala for you. Gala knife. Gala knife. Even since we've looked at Gala last, it has traded lower. We are now in price discovery for Gala. Not great. Not a great take. Ever since we broke our low, this low is from May 22. Ever since we broke our low here, we've been looking for a Fibonacci extension. An extension. An implied horizontal level on the chart. If we look back to Gala's first day of trading, it opened at 0.0211 cents. This was the basis cost for everyone who, I don't know if there was an ICO or not, but didn't participate in an ICO or pre-mine or whatnot, which I'm sure it was. Once it broke, we were in price discovery. We were looking for these extensions. 0.129, so 0.13 cents. That was a 38.4% drop from the previous low. Our 2 measured move sitting at 0.078 cents all the way down here. I think if you are interested in Gala, I don't know much about it, but if you wanted a bag of Gala, or if I wanted a bag of Gala, these are likely the levels I would look to pick it up. That's likely where I would look. I guess we could even be doomsy. If we want to be doomsy, we'll be doomsy. Let's take the full retracement. Let's take the high, its first trading day to its all-time high. If we look at it through this lens, things get really ugly. 0.0188. Now, this is definitely possible. I'm not calling for this, but that is the entirety. I've never seen a coin in crypto do this, so maybe you can keep that as comfort. I've never seen this happen. But this is the, grand, the ultimate 1618. It's from its start to its all-time high, and that is another, that's a 91% drop from where it started trading. And it is a almost 90% drop from where it is now. Definitely possible. This isn't a real value. It's never traded there. This is just implied by Fibonacci extension and retracement. I think, though, these 3 levels could give you a pretty good basis to form a plan if you did want this. That's about all I can say. Daily looks like junk, unfortunately. The daily looks absolutely dreadful. Dreadful. RSI, Marketcipher B, just can't catch a break. RSI just fallen. I could see this happening. That would likely be my play if I was looking for a short term. This is a knife though, guys. Practice your safety, your knife safety. M-Forge. Ocean. What's up with Ocean? Why do people want to look at Ocean? We'll pull up Ocean for M-Forge. Only because he's M-Forge. I don't know. Because I don't know what else to do. Ooh. 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 Excited. Ooh. I will say this. I probably should have moving averages on more often. This is pretty damn spicy right here. These are the 50, 100, and 200-day moving averages. That's pretty spicy, actually. So on December 24th, you got a golden cross. The 100 moved up above the 200. What we have right here is another Tom Crown original. This is a term and a trading signal, I guess, that I've invented and has been actually extremely, as far as signals go on a chart, extremely accurate. So what I call this is a bullish kiss. We haven't seen one of these bad boys in some time. It's been a long time. Where's my damn heart? I don't know where my heart emoji went. They mixed the emojis up. Here we go. Right here. And what makes a bullish kiss is very simple. When you have a longer moving average, so this green is the 200, and a shorter moving average, the yellow here, when you have them in a position where they're threatening a cross. So in this scenario, it was threatening a death cross, right? The 200 was very slightly moving up. The 50 was pretty heavily moving down. But what happens is before they cross, the shorter moving average, the 50, changes course. and it avoids the longer moving average. It avoids the bear cross or the death cross. And that I have named that a bullish kiss because it very often will kiss the other moving average. It'll do something like that. This has been a very strong indicator in the past. We have seen some really crazy moves off of things like this. This one I think is especially strong as all of our moving averages, our 20, our 50, our 100, and our 200 are all pointed up. These signals can be weakened, in my opinion, by those moving averages moving down during this. All of these are moving up. You had a very clean, wow. This is Ocean BTC, by the way. Probably should have said that to start. So this is its value against Bitcoin. We'll get into its dollar value in a minute. We had a very clean inverse head and shoulders. Our neckline at quad 01. Wow, this might actually be the chart of the day. This is the chart of the day. So like right here is a bullish kiss as well, but this one, you can see it did cross underneath, but it's really the same idea. It's like the moving averages looking to cross over and then rejecting the outcome that we would typically expect. I definitely like this. So this is against BTC, so that doesn't mean that Ocean USD has to go up. But if we do say, all right, I think it's going to continue to gain against Bitcoin, that could mean it remains sideways in dollar value while Bitcoin goes down, or it could go up in dollar value while Bitcoin stays sideways, or they both could go up and this could just go up more. So it suggests that it will outpace Bitcoin. I feel pretty confident about that. I feel pretty good about that. Even the daily looks pretty good here. Could look better. Look at this weekly. I'll go to the dollar thing. I'll go to the dollar pair next. Ooh. This is pretty spicy. Oh, here we go. Another, I'm just going to stop for a second to toot my own horn again because people disagreed with me on this. Here's another example. This is it almost looks exactly inverted to Solana USD. Look, boom, you broke support. Now it's resistance. You consolidated below resistance. And now I think it's looking to break to the upside. Another example of me thinking those things are backward. Wow, that's monster support too. Why are people excited about Ocean? What is it about Ocean that you like? It's not a criticism. I'm curious. I don't know anything about it. Wow. That might have been the BTC paired bottom for Ocean. That's interesting. This is the chart of the day. Boom. This is the chart of the day. 618. So I'm going to draw this arrow. This does not mean in this fashion or this direction. Like, it's not going to play out like this. But I think that it is going to look to hold this low. You can honestly invalidate any of this by just you're trading below quad 01. You can say, all right, I'm out. But I think it is going to move. I think it's going to look to make a retracement here. I think it's going to look to move back to its 618. And that's a pretty big gain. That's like a 2.7x. This doesn't have to move like this arrow, though. This could, this could do something like this. Slowly make its way up. And of course, I think what I like about this is, well, we'll just invalidate it under quad 01, which is very, very close. Not even 1% away from price right now. That's pretty damn cool. I don't usually get wrapped up into charts like that. It's been a bit. Let's zoom out and look at its dollar pair here because that caught my eye. It has reached its 0.5 retrace. It didn't come back to its 618. I'd feel a lot more comfortable if it had. That's really the only support that is visible below it. Really on the chart at all is like 6 cents. It looks like it kind of held at 10 cents. I think that's a psychological hold though. I don't think that that is very strong resistance above right here. We can see the 50 weekly moving average crossing over 28.6 cents. That's likely if you jump into a position on this, that's likely where you're going to look to close anything that you're not holding. This is spicy, dude. Ocean. Ocean, man. Moving averages on the USD pair, not as bullish. Not as bullish, huh? We can almost see like a bearish kissing here as the 50 is moving away from the 100. Lower high. I'm not sold on the bottom being in for this dollar pair. I'm gonna be looking for 6 cents. I think I own some amount of Ocean. I don't know what I got it at. And it's certainly not a lot. I'm not convinced with this bottom, unfortunately, on the dollar pair, but its Bitcoin pair is just so pretty. It's so pretty. There's only one thing that might change my mind. Let's see. Nope. Not convinced. Bitcoin pair though, beast. That I'm absolutely setting an alert. Absolutely. Cool chart, man. I'm glad we looked at Ocean. I'm surprised I'm saying that. Didn't expect to be so excited about Ocean's chart. Did anybody respond about what they like about it? I'm curious. Oh, crap. Bajarki did a super chat. My bad, dude. Super chat. Why doesn't it show it? I'm having issues. What did it say, Robert? If you're here, Bajarki, what did it say? Subscribe, Tom Baby. That's right, Ash. That's right, Ash Langmer. Let's go. I did look at the dollar at the start of the stream. I won't lie. Didn't have a lot to say on it, but this will be timestamped, and so you'll be able to go back after the live stream. Please watch Bake Token. I will bake, but I don't know if I'll watch Bake Token. TC, what's up, John Zdeb? Can I check Doge? We can probably check Doge, yeah. We can check Doge. Kissing with them guns, James. I know I'm getting it all steamy up in here. Robert, could you wait? Gave her super chat and you said something. Could you tell me what I missed, Robert? What's up, The Moon? Thumbs up. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for your thumbs up. He said, when your life is not thinking about money and your freedom is near, remember, dollar will die. Gold, silver, or the blockchain will not. Let's go, crypto. I wish I hadn't missed that because that's an awesome statement. That's 100% how I believe. I'm not really into the metals, but that's just me. I believe that everyone should have metals in their portfolio. Have I checked Litecoin? I have not, B Scruff. We'll look at Litecoin and Doge here quick. Appreciate Bajarki. I don't know if he's still here. Probably busy guy with things to do. On the BTC pair, I don't hate what I'm seeing. I don't see a reversal or anything yet. But what I do see is a pattern I like. Can I get this way? Falling wedge. This really does line up with what I would expect anyway. So against BTC, Dogecoin, what people didn't really notice is it made big USD gains, but what blew it away was the BTC. The BTC pair against Doge. It never really traded above like 150. Traded all the way up to 1300. So we have very inefficient price action. Very inefficient price action above 100 sats. And what we're seeing here is exactly what we want to see. And that's potentially filling in that inefficiency. And to be honest, maybe 365 sats is where I'm going to look for it. Because if it does fill that in, it then has painted a very interesting inverse head and shoulders pattern. And I'd probably be looking for further upside. That would be hella spicy. You have a lot of divergence on the day. Let's look at the USD pair, though. Ooh, not ideal. Trading back below 7.8 cents. Now, the reason it's not ideal is we can see 1, 2, 3, 4 tests of virtually the same support at 7 cents. It too is in a falling. Now, actually, this is looking a lot more like a flat bottom, doesn't it? This is not falling. The lows are equal. Ooh, that's kind of ugly. Ooh, that's kind of ugly. I think Doge has more retracing to do. Daily does not look super strong. Weekly might roll over. I think it'll take some time. Maybe I missed the support. So from the monthly time frame, we do have a support at 6.8 cents. It's far down to 6.14. There's a shot in hell. There's a shot in hell that Doge will hit 6.8 cents and bounce and make its way back up. Look something like this. There's a shot. If 6.8 cents breaks, you have 6.14, and below that, that's where the danger comes in. You don't really have anything. You might have June's low at 5 cents and like kind of 4 cents on your way up, but you can see below. You can see below the inefficiency that the market may be looking to price in. You got some stuff. You got some support below. But man, I don't know if I like the way this looks. Just below 1 cent. Would you buy Dogecoin below 1 cent? Would you buy it at 1.9 cents? If we see the low broken on Doge, those are probably where I'm looking. Didn't line up well. Doesn't line up well, huh? I think there's something here on the chart that is yet to be seen. Does not look great. I will say this. So we're looking at like monthlies and stuff. Doesn't look great, but we have a new year starting in in 4 days, not even 4 days. And when a new year starts, it is like, I'd say, an opportunity for it's an opportunity for coins to change the rhythm of their beat, let's say. I don't love what I'm seeing. I don't love what I'm seeing. I think that a savvy scalper could look to make a trade from 6.8 to 7.8 cents. I think that could be made. One second. That'd be like very, very scalpish, very in and out. I wouldn't take this trade personally. Could have a little more patience. Could look lower. Probably take your October's low. Just below October's low. And then kind of reverse fit this. Can see something like that. I can see these being plays. The problem is, I mean, you break your support here and you got very little. I still have my Doge. I sold a lot of Doge last year. But I still have a lot of Doge. I'm not selling it here. Not selling it here. Let's look at Litecoin quick. No, Litecoin did not hold support. No. No, that would have been so nice. Looks like it's returning to... All right, it hasn't broken its weekly low, 64.35. You got 4 days left. If Litecoin breaks its low at 64.35, we might not be seeing what we thought. We might not be seeing this. We might be seeing this play out. Weekly looks not too bad. Money flow is coming down, but you have one higher low, potentially painting another, and VWAP is pointing up. Not terrible. Really have any bearish divergence. Your RSI is coming up with price on the week. I like that. Wow, yeah, Litecoin kind of looking like it has more. I'm gonna come down now. Yeah. $60. I could see 60 here potentially being a nice little spot for a trade. Kind of a no man's land. We were looking for this pattern that we saw in Bitcoin in March of 2020. Reached a low, had a rounded, very sideways top. That then broke up, consolidated, broke down, and it kept its low. So really what I'm thinking on Litecoin is, at least for me personally, is that long is the play, in my opinion. Not financial advice. I think long is the play as long as you're low here, December 19th. As long as that low is still held. If that low breaks, then it's not as clean of like higher low pattern that we were looking for, fractal playing out. It's not as clean. Maybe it's off. Maybe it's off. So I think that's a good invalidation point. I do like the way it looks. I think Litecoin, I'm still bullish on Litecoin. God damn it. God damn it. Last stream or two, I was like looking for this. So right here, just how many percents away from price? Only 6%. This is Litecoin versus Bitcoin. If Litecoin can close this year, meaning the next 4 days, if it can close it above 0.04295, something very, very spicy happens. Very, very spicy. And that spiciness, that spoice, get rid of this. That spiciness, I can't speak. That spiciness is that the yearly LTC BTC candle will bullish engulf the previous candle. I will say this did happen back here. And then we saw 4 years of red. So that could happen. But that should be a bullish sign. Should be a bullish sign. It's so damn close. Set my alert. Fingers crossed. There you go. Litecoin. Tom, you got me bullish on Litecoin. Crypto Poppy. Don't be bullish because I'm bullish. Me being bullish on Litecoin has led to me holding a lot of Litecoin for a very long time. Don't be bullish just because I'm bullish. You gotta believe if you're gonna hold this for like 5 years. But I don't care what the mods do, to be honest. Someone being a pencil neck? Oh well. Spam hearts. Show trade, says Matty G Sky. Now I won't, just because you're spamming it. Won't give you the satisfaction of seeing my slightly red trade. I'm down $1.50. No. I think I'm going to get stopped. To be honest, I think I'm going to get stopped. Someone said earlier about a diamond. So what could, and I'll say this still wouldn't really fit my diamond definition, is if this does break to a lower low, then it might fit our diamond pattern better. So it's like maybe if it stops out my long, then it will be a diamond. And then it will reverse and go to the upside. That'd be awesome. Even though I get stopped out. Bitcoin's been boring. It's waiting for me to end the live stream as usual. XRP, please. Honda Man, we looked at XRP. I'll pull it up for you again. Pull it up for you quick. But this will be timestamped after the live, thanks to Mr. Pickle, or The Pickle, my man. And you can see my more in-depth here. Our XRP trade is lit. I mean, it's lit, man. We placed this a while ago. Looking for the inverse head and shoulders. Our neckline at 35.48. Our trade filled. It hasn't actually traded below our freaking entry. Look at this. Boom. I'm looking for 38.3. Looking for 38.3. Move below, I'll say 35.3, and I will reconsider. But I appreciate you, Hana, man. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. If you haven't liked and subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. We've been live for an hour. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I just goofed that up. An hour and 45 minutes. Oh, I see why. And I'm glad you guys have stuck with me. You should definitely jump in the Discord. We'll do an airdrop of Bitcoin. I'll make you all Bitcoin holders just for being in there. It's the best way to keep up with the streams. Make sure you've liked and subscribed. Check out the new shorts that have been published. They're in the playlist. If you want to help the channel out, let them all. Just watch them all. Yeah, they're really good. They're all really, really good. Let's see our next live stream. We'll stream. I think we'll stream one more time before 2023. I'm not sure what day. I'll let you guys know very soon. You'll know in the Discord. Shout out to our sponsors, BingX. Our trading competition is still going on. I am no longer winning. Shout out to everyone participating. There's still time. They extended it. Link is in the Discord. You guys know what to do.